From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Mostert. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. To the air on 1st and 10. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Mon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Into the secondary past the 40. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. McCann now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Mond going to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again to Henry. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 4. This is Mostert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. To throw is Watson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Going to give this time to the tailback. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mon. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. On 1st down, here's Mon. Eluding the pressure right. And Sharp calls it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man right side is Sharp. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jakeem Grant as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And fights through one man. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, You know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Touchdown, Bengals! Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st down, Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 172 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. McCann's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Side, Henry's got it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
Flush to his right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Back to the air, Mond.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second and 8. Mond looks to throw. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. They hand it off to Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt. Certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Mostert. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Mostert. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. McCann's kick up and good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the and a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.